Alright, welcome back to Father Maximus, the Villager's Cleric. My name's Barry, and I'm so excited to see your smiling face. Just getting right back into it. Father Maximus is on a mission to defend villager kind from the forces of evil. So in the previous episode, we found us a village, and it was wrecked, buddy. So all this stuff here, there was trees overgrown in the middle of paths. Okay, there's big fissures in the ground. Like, let's see, let's find a spot. So over here, all this, there was just a big hole in the ground. They couldn't even get inside this little hut here. Like, you had to jump across. Terrible. Just ruts in the ground. Whoever the previous landowner of this spot was, they didn't take care of the property, man. So Father Maximus has gone through and he's made the place workable. Now the next thing on the agenda is we've got to make sure that these villagers are safe. Because a raid could happen, those villagers could come in at any time. So I'm thinking what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We've got a bunch of housing over here, bunch of housing development. This is all kind of insecure, okay? All these little houses. We're gonna go and tear them all down. We're gonna build an apartment complex. That way all the villagers can live together and thrive, and they'll be buddies, they'll be bunk mates. So let's get right to it. Are you ready? And we're done. Oh, look at this spot. It's all nice and clear. This is where our apartment complex for the villagers are gonna go. Got right in here. So, next thing we gotta do is lay a foundation and kind of a framework of what the building is going to look like. So I've got some stone bricks here. The most important part of a building is its foundation. So, let's see. We got our roads. There's one coming through right here. And there's one coming through right here. I'm going to get rid of him. Just get rid of these roads. The apartment complex is going to go right here. Oh, looky there. There's a guy. Hey, buddy. Ooh, that's a fern. I'm liking the fern. Yeah. So we get rid of the paths. So we don't want a path, we don't want a road just going through our apartment complex. So look at that guy. He's just spinning around. So one thing that we're going to be doing is in every single build, the bottom, the foundation of it, the bottom, will be stone bricks. That way there's something good and solid and strong for everything else to stand on. Because you got to think, if you're building a big, massive building and it's just sitting on dirt, if you think about the weight of that building and how much the building weighs and sitting on the dirt, after a while, logic would dictate that it would just sink, right? Dirt's not that hard. It'll compress and then it just sinks down. You gotta have something real strong for the building to sit on, to stand on. And there's other things that go along with that. Thinking about physics, I understand that Minecraft doesn't have these physics and it's not there, but for the story, if you're thinking about physics, something that sort of hangs and levitates and floats just by itself that normally wouldn't, you gotta ask yourself, why? Why is it doing that? Now, what's cool about this is you can play with the physics. It doesn't have to be bound into the real world where we're at. You can make your own physics up, which we may do. But first things first, we need to build the apartment complex for these villagers. So, this is a good ground level here. Let's start by making us some observation platforms. Okay, we got us a spot and we can look around. So I'm wanting this whole area here to be a complex. Now we've got to sleep here in a little bit. We want our rooms to be kind of like this hut here, okay? A 3x3 room. Maybe a little chair, a flower or something in there, and just make them make it look good. We don't want the villagers to just be living in cells and just, kind of like I got this dude right here in the ye old tower. Got me one little villager locked up in here. Boom. Sun goes down. So some things that you can do to make your builds a little bit more interesting looking, in addition to laying them out like this before you build them, is you don't want something that's too symmetrical. It's gotta have bits jutting out. That's what adds interest to the eye. The mind loves order. The eye doesn't. It looks for things that's different, and the more different it is, the more interesting it is. So from this basic outline that we've got right here, we're going to add just random stuff. So right here, that kind of jut in there. Also, over on the other side, that's a little bit better. Let's do something with this corner back here. See how we can make that a little bit more interesting. So we've got a really interesting shape now to work with. Next thing that we're going to do is lay the foundation out and then build up on the sides. Just kind of repeat this process just on different planes, which we'll get into on the next episode. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed this episode, do me a favor. Tell somebody about it. It will mean the world to me, and it shares the story of Father Maximus. Until next time, peace.